Hallo, we're back. Is it closer? Sê maar, deze mensen die nog die warme liefde wat tussen ons brand. Je kan jou handjes van mij afhouden nie.
Alfred.
Hey. First and foremost, we haven't done one of these, Natalie and Alfred sitting in the trees for a while. So I want you to do a shoe check to show you how real lockdown is. Natalie, let us see your shoes.
No. No one needs to see what I'm wearing.
You see what you...
No.
A slipper. Mama had a slipper. I've been wearing slippers per me. So, I thought that this week we would do a catch up, like what's been happening. But the basic thing of the video idea for this week is we've got to answer 3 questions, or 4 questions at least. The first question is, what have you learned about yourself during lockdown? The second question, what have you learned about the partner in the lockdown, you and me, each other? What have you learned about, what skill have you learned during lockdown? And what have you learned about us going forward after lockdown?
Seems like a lot of questions.
Should we just cut that last one out?
Because it's quite like wide. But
okay.
Let's go.
Okay, quite. Okay, cool. Let's go. So question number 1. What have you learned about yourself during lockdown? You go, then I go.
I don't think it's something that I've learned. I think it's something that I've always known. This has just made it very clearer. I'm a person that needs my space. So, like, it gets a bit frustrating, like, when I have Ethan, like, on my one leg and, like, you know, you still make food and you still have to do this and you still have to do that. Sometimes you need that 10 minutes. So my 10 minutes is like just going to the shop quickly just to like breathe.
For 3 hours. So we had to click for 3 hours the other day.
No,
anyway.
And you also, like...
you need time away from me?
No, I'm joking. No, man, for your mental health, I think it's... And I think that's what, because I was also chatting to my mom today, and I think that's also something that has come out a lot, which people actually need. You need to just breathe. It's going to frustrate
decompress,
you.
To get out and away from things.
Yeah, it's going to frustrate you mentally when you stuck at home all the time. You're going to get upset, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get angry, and then it makes the whole house angry, and then it's not good. So like... yeah, you do need just a bit of space. Even if you just walk outside into your garden.
But Natalie, I'm such a delight to be around. Anyway.
So yeah, it's just made it clearer. You do, like, for mental reasons, you do need to just take a break. Even if it's just on your own for a minute or 2. Okay,
now I'll go. What have I learned about myself? I underestimate myself. I've always thought that I've always been one of these people that if you tell me I can't, then I chase something, right? Like, I don't want to prove people wrong. And then my brother said something the other night. He said to me, Alfred, I always believed you could do this. You didn't believe you could do that. And that was quite profound for me, because I was like, yeah, actually I set the bar too low for myself. Or I'm actually the one that doesn't think I can do things. And that's why I use other people as a challenge to show them I've got, but it's actually in my head and it's all me. It's all me self-doubting the whole time. So I've learned that about myself, because I've been able to do things in a time where we should not be making any money or any income, which is a big thing for me because I'm a performer. And I've been able to manage to do certain things, not a great amount, but enough, you know. And then and my brother said to me that I'm overly impressed with myself, that the world, like him, always knew I could do these things, but I was the one that didn't know I could do these things. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I do.
That was quick, didn't have to think about it. Okay.
Yeah, I do. But, so is one of the questions the one thing I've learned about you?
Yeah, now the next question is something I've learned about.
Okay, so here's my answer.
Okay. Next question is, what have you learned about the partner?
So the one thing that I've learned about Alfred is Alfred lives his life, basically, to put it in a nutshell, Alfred lives his life to prove you wrong. That's what Alfred does.
It's a nut. I'm a nutcase.
That's exactly. So he will go out there and he will prove you wrong just to make a point. And it's like that with every single thing in his life. With me also, but mostly in his career. Like if someone tells or says something, tells him something, you can't do this, or oh no, how can you do this? Oh, what if you run out of any ideas? Oh, what if you can't do that? Oh, what if you're not good? No. He will go out there and he will show you he will do it. And he'll do it to the best of his ability and it will be amazing.
Okay.
So that's what I've learned.
Okay, that's what you learned about me. So what I've learned about you is that I don't think you realize how capable you are as an independent human being. And when I say independent, not the traditional way of saying, oh no, I'm an independent woman, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about, I think that you would be fantastic at running a business, your own business, or a business that we own together. I've looked at you, it's been 2 months, we've been here together the whole time. I look at you and I go, you've got all the traits that you need to make a business a success. Coming from someone that runs his own business and that doesn't depend on other people for income, I make it myself, I think that it's natural to have fear, but I think that, not that you got to leave your job or anything like that, I just think that you underestimate yourself when it comes to those things. I think that you are wildly creative even though you don't think you are, and that you are capable of running a business very well. You've been doing it for other people. The only difference now is that you take the safety mat away, the cushion, and so I've learned that about you. When I look, I think that you could be very much a self-starter and a go-getter, and you know, work through things, because it takes a lot to be your own business person. And we are, for all intents and purposes, in our own business, because me and you know, our lives, a lot of our income comes from making it happen ourselves. So I think that you, in the future, I'm not saying immediately or ever, it's your choice, but I'm just saying that I think that you'd be fantastic at running a business. And my dad is probably watching and going, yeah, I've been saying that for years, because my dad thinks
Your dad wanted to start a furniture business.
That my father is just
then last week or the week before, no, we can open our own bakery, my child.
My father was always his own business person, never made a cent. Like, he didn't have he stopped working for someone else when he was 18 and never looked back. And so he envies what I have, because he goes like, because my mother was never like into business and stuff, and he always looks at Natalie and he goes, he envies that thing. He always wished my mother, although my mother's been actually very helpful to him over the years, I'm saying it wrong, but he always goes, Natalie looks like she can run a business, lekker. He always goes, he wants to get Natalie to run a business with him, not with me, for his own purposes.
I feel like maybe I should take up that opportunity.
You know, you don't have to, like I always tell people, you don't have to leave your job to start a business. I didn't start comedy. I was still in my day job for the first 3 years of doing stand-up, making money, being successful. I still got up and went to a job in the morning until I absolutely couldn't anymore.
Yeah, but I guess for me it's definitely that safety net, and that it's two things for me. It's the safety net, because I know, you know, with a baby and a house, there's just so much responsibility, and for me it's like, shit, am I going to give this up? What if I don't make money the 1 month and my child's going to go hungry? It's thoughts going through your mind. So like, two things for me is it's definitely the safety net, and it's just the fear of failure, I think.
No, I think that's the normal thing, and that's why everyone doesn't have their own business and flourish and just run and jump, because it's not easy. I always tell people, if they want to start their own businesses, I discourage them immediately. Because you must fight me, you mustn't wait for me to tell you. You must be able to go out. No, I don't need anybody to tell me, I can do it. But anyway, that's a whole different vlog, I feel. Okay, so what skill have you learned during lockdown?
Baking.
Lekker papa.
Where do I get this from? There's days where I wake up and I just feel like baking, and then I make like 3 things. Like the one day I made a banana bread, I made biscuits,
and so good.
I made a cheesecake. I was like, how the hell did I get to make that?
And I
actually quite enjoy it. Today I made Romany creams, and I made a chocolate cake. Chocolate cake was a bit of a flop, but that's okay because I can try again tomorrow. But I enjoy it. I didn't think that. Look, cooking for me is not like such a big thing, but I'm really enjoying baking, and that's why I'm looking into a mixer.
There's mixer companies out there that wants to send a mixer. Gaan jy 'n mixer koop? Ek gaan vir jou klits met jou regterhand.
Anyway,
you've been
yeah,
fantastic.
That's what I've been doing. I'm loving it. I'm just loving it.
It's been fantastic. The baking has been great. Actually, really, your handjies, lag mama. Hy's fluffy. Hy's fluffy.
So
anyway.
That's jy kan nie eet.
Nee, ek gaan net my ophou eet op. Anyway, okay. Number 3. What did we learn? What skill did I learn?
Yeah, what skill did you learn?
So what skill did I learn? I learned, and it's not weirdly, it's not a skill. I've always had the skill to do things and sort of go for it and do it. But a thing I've learned, and I don't think you can call it a skill, is to let go more. So I'm very control freakish, despite what the world may see. So I used to curate the hell out of videos. Now all of a sudden, so many people are enjoying the videos that I'm just shooting off on a whim. You can tell them, like, people, we don't shoot twice, we don't plan, I just shoot it. And I've learned that people enjoy the videos because of its natural feel, or because of it's just off the cuff. And they enjoy our personalities, and they enjoy you, and they enjoy Ethan. So I've learned to let go a lot more. So I just drop a video. In the past, you remember how long it took me to do a video? I would edit for like a day and shoot and then you know the results, you know, I mean, they vary. But I've learned to let go a little bit more and to just trust the process, and to also, you know, say yes to more things and stop overthinking video stuff and overthinking business decisions, and just go for it a little bit more. So that's what I've learned. And what have you learned about us going forward together? Yeah. As a couple, what do you think we've learned in lockdown together?
If we need to sit and eat peanut butter for a week, my friend, we are there. We are actually okay. There is, and I think that comes from, I don't know about you, because you've had a good life. I guess we both know what struggle is and what struggle means. So if we had to, and I mean still in the future, we don't know what it holds. If we had to pack up here and sell our house, we'll be sad, but you know what? We'll both understand, and we're doing it together. So I don't know if you get my point.
I absolutely get you. I absolutely get you. I was watching Stuart Taylor's show he did the other night on, you know, his live show, his online show, and he spoke about you hold the pose when things is going difficult. You hold the pose. So he's basically saying that things are going terribly at home, but you don't want to tell your friends and family because you're pretending that things are good.
Yeah, if we need to sell a car, we need to sell a car.
Yes.
That's what the world says.
Absolutely. So I've learned that over COVID, what you're talking about, as I agree with. Yeah. I've learned over COVID that first and foremost, we are very resourceful together. We've made, Natalie turned into an actress overnight. She shot an ad. We made things work. I've also learned that we can spend, from my side, I've learned as a couple, we can spend a lot of time together and be okay. We actually get along.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know until you literally
I feel like this was the first time that
2 months solid.
Because Alfred travels so much, so there's like so many weeks where I'm without him. And I'm okay with it because
2 weeks here, 1 week there.
And this is the first time that we've actually been so long together since we've been married. Actually, since we've been together.
Yeah. Never a month. There's never been a month since me and you have been together that I haven't been gone for at least 3-4 days.
No, you travel like hectically.
And even if I'm in Joburg, where we walk past each other, so she comes from work and I go to work. That's our life.
That's not.
So many times I have to take a night off or say, okay, that night we're gonna go do something together. But most of the time we shops in the night, we say goodbye.
Like yesterday, you were out for like half of a day. And I was like checking my watch the entire time. So when is this man? And it's amazing how things change.
Absolutely. I've learned that we can spend a lot of time together. And that, you know, forget the love, I like you. liking each other is a more important
Well, thank
thing.
you,
In the long
husband.
run, you know, because you can love someone and
Yeah,
they annoy
now
the
I
hell
get
out
what
of
you're
you.
saying. Yeah.
And I've learned also that, like, that same thing you said about holding the pose, I think that we'll be fine, because this time has taught me that we got so much access we don't need. I mean, we don't need 2 cars. We don't need to be as extravagant as we used to be. And it didn't feel extravagant.
Well, yeah.
We used to
We're
go
not
out.
really, but we used to go out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And not to
And
say that we can't do it. It's just like there's so many things that we can hold back.
Yeah, we'd go buy things that we really didn't need. Like, you end up going out on a Saturday morning, you have breakfast at a restaurant, and you take that for granted like it's a normal thing. And I didn't grow up like that. I never, like you said, I
didn't grow up like that.
I don't
either.
have a tough childhood by any stretch of the imagination. My parents both well employed and we had a great life, but we didn't live like this. And I feel like I'm almost a little guilty that the old us was a little bit extravagant and didn't even realize the level of access we were dealing with. Because
Yeah,
we go out
that's
for
so
breakfast,
true. Yeah.
and it'll be fine.
Although it's still nice.
It's
Now
nice,
and
but it
then,
doesn't have to
but
happen every
We
weekend.
were living like quite a good life.
I think a lot of people in the middle class are like that. And also, like, we don't need to buy Ethan a new pair of shoes every week. When we're out or we see something, we must just buy. And it's just made me really rethink things, because you're forced to rethink things, because we don't know what the world is going to be like.
Yeah.
And I think going forward as a couple, I think that if it came that we needed to downgrade even something as dear to us as our home, the value isn't in the house, the value is in taking care of the family. And if we had to move into a 1-bedroom, I think we would still laugh and have a good time. And yeah, I think that's what I learned. And yeah, anything else you want to say?
I hope you guys are okay out there.
I really hope it's tough.
It's tough for everybody.
It's tough. I've had a lot of conversations with people. Call me first. A lot of my friends called me first when this started to happen, because everyone understands that my livelihood really depends on me going out and working in public and on stages with 100 or 20 or 1,000 people in front of me, and those things weren't possible anymore. So a lot of people called in concern, it's like, how are you gonna be okay and all that. And what I realized really quickly is that I am so used to the feeling of I don't have income security like other people have. I'm so used to making it my own in my own way, and I don't know what's happening in 2 months from now, and sort of, you know, making it work for myself, and so used to inconsistent income, right? Even though you learn how to save, you learn how to do things, even if you're doing very well as a business person, or you're the best paid comedian in the world, let's say Trevor Noah. Trevor doesn't make the same amount of money this month that what he's going to make next month, or what he's going to make a year from now. We don't know. It's always up and down and fluctuating. So that was one thing. And then I realized that when I speak to people in day jobs, which I used to be one, I worry about those people, because I've built skills, sort of, they call it being a hustler, right? I've built skills around how to make a penny. It might not be the same money we used to make, but I managed to make things work. And sometimes, and over this time, we've been fortunate, there's been moments where we've actually been really okay. But I go, some people that if you used to a day job like you, and then all of a sudden they just cut your salary, and that's all you have, and you didn't build another skill or upskill yourself in another area to make another vertical of income come into your home, this must be extremely terrifying. And I just, speaking to you people out there, you know, speak to friends, speak to family, don't hold the pose, because, you know, look after your mental health. And going forward, let this be a lesson. We must all try and do things outside of our day jobs to supplement a little income, whether you're selling sisters or you doing delivery work, or you're doing a little bit of gardening, or you're doing a little of this, or you're selling a little bit of that, or you're doing second-hand things here, or whatever. Just try and make other ways of income so that when your day job goes, or you know, then you're not in this big pickle. Also, it gives you a little bit more, you know, got a little bit more of a flex at work because you feel hierdie baas se kak te vreet nie. Koeksisters verkoop. That's that. Thank you for watching. Please guys, remember to go to the YouTube channel Alfred Adriaan, like and subscribe because it helps my channel and it helps us make these videos, and also yeah, it makes us feel good. Thank you. See you next